Hi there. I want to talk to you about diversity, inclusion, and equity, and why those words are so important and what they really mean for our community. Representation matters. When we talk about people in power making decisions every single day that impact our life, we want to make sure that those people look like us, think like us, and have the same values as us. Let's talk about women for a moment. It wasn't too long ago that women didn't even have the ability to vote. And it's still an issue that women don't necessarily get paid the same as a man for the same job. That still happens in our country today. Let's talk about that. We, as women, can do anything. And I hope you understand that. And I hope you believe that too. Anything we put our minds to, we can do. Just this year, I was the chair of the Joint Budget Committee, and I had to make sure our entire legislature was able to pass a balanced budget in the middle of an economic downturn. $3.3 billion, with a B, dollars cut from that budget. I did it. I was able to drive that ship and make sure that we took care of Coloradans and made sure that we balanced our budget. Any man can do it, and any woman can do it. But if we look at the history of who's chaired that committee, it's not very often that a woman has. At our state legislature this year, our majority, I'm proud to say, is women. Women in the Senate and women in the House. And why that's important? How many years have men been the majority and it's never been a conversation? It's time to make sure that the people making decisions are the people that look just like us. If we didn't have women in the state legislature, we never would have passed equal pay. We never would have passed paid family leave, which means if you or a family member is sick and you must take time off to take care of them, you get paid. We passed that on the ballot this year, but that was policy that was driven by female legislators at the state level. We make sure that there's access to health care for all people, for all types of health care. Women have been driving that train. Women have made sure that their families are covered and their families are protected. Let's talk about access to higher education. Women have been driving policy at the state level to make sure that women are treated equally when it comes to making sure that we have access to the same higher education opportunities that our men friends do. It's all about perspective. You want to make sure that people who are representing you look like you, whether that's Latina, whether that's Black, whether that's Native American. We have the opportunity with the power of our votes to make sure that we are electing people who represent us. And you have the power to step up as well. Know that you can do anything you put your mind to. You can serve on a board. Someday you can run for a school board, for a city council position. You can run for the state legislature, and yes, as Kamala just pointed out, you can even be our vice president, or better yet, our next president of the United States of America. There's no glass ceilings anymore. It's time to understand that those glass ceilings were meant to be shattered. And it's time for all of us to stand forward in who we are. When we come together as a community to look out for each other within that community, and we lift each other up while we're rising, there's nothing that we can't accomplish for each other in this community.